we're online.
All right, welcome to the tutorial for A Song of Ice and Fire. Let's jump right into it. So you all have reached your 18th name day or thereabouts. It was time to make a name for yourself in your small tribe north of the wall. Your tribe lives near a white tree, and although you are spared some of the worst of winter, your tribe still vie with other free folk, animals, and the elements for survival. Your tribe elder, a man named Gar, has summoned you for what is known to be your last step before being considered a man among your people. And you are all now in a, like a feast hall of sorts, all at the same table. And, you guys are more than welcome to make your player introductions and do a little role play.
Okay, I'll go first. So the name's Ugo. When you look at him, he's just like a young boy. Facial hair is not yet sprouted. Wild hair. Pretty quiet. Stays to himself. Um, he's an archer by training, um, and within the how do you say uh, the group or the collective in which you're staying. Um, he's kind of like an outsider. Uh, it's not like he doesn't have family within the community. He's just like he was a stray that the elders found, and they just kind of took him in, in into the village.
Or is that see-through for some reason?
Up to me.
Can you see this token, Ugers?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so next, North, go ahead.
So my character's name is Wrath. He was pretty unruly as a child because of who his parents were, which was basically nobodies. He was treated as such, and nobody found he had more connection with animals, and people treated him like such. He's rough around the edges, but honestly, he just doesn't want to be alone anymore, but doesn't let anybody know it.
All right. I'm doing a Corrigan. He's very much a very brutish dude, both looking and in actions. He's just turned 18, so to do this mission of climbing the wall, it's like it's been kind of one of his dreams, I guess you could say, or goals to basically go over the wall, and he kind of wants to stay on the other side of the wall once he gets past it, and just do as much raiding and killing, and I don't know, and then try to get a non-shitty life on the other side of the wall as a bandit or outlaw or whatever.
All right, so this is the. Sorry, just a moment. Okay, so so this feast has been planned for the last few weeks. Those of the tribe that are nearing or just past their 18th birthday are honored with a large send-off. It was time for them to make their way into the world. The large hut filled with smoke as elk was cooked and various vegetables were boiled. It would be the best you ate in some time. The coming of age feast was a great celebration for your tribe. Gar, your chieftain, walks about and speaks to those of import. You knew soon he would come to you after the feast and send you away for a great task. So you are all basically around the same table, and Gar is making his rounds. You can talk amongst yourself for a moment if you'd like, but Gar's will be there momentarily.
So Raph looks to both Uger and Corgan and tells them, "You best look after yourselves, because I'm the one who's going to be getting the glory on this hunt."
You can have all the glory you want on this side of the wall. I don't know if I'll be sticking around. Won't care.
Ugur is silently eating the food and looking at both Rat and Corgan, and he says, if it's glory you want, then glory is what you shall have. Um, I'm just here to pass the ritual, and then I'll see what happens next. If that's all right by the both of you.
And as you're all talking, of which one shall be the greatest victor on this day, Gar comes to you and he says, "Ah, I hope you three are ready for tomorrow."
I am ready now.
I have been ready since the day I came out of my mom.
Ugur says, I'll be ready when the time comes.
Says, "Confident, huh? You really think you can climb that wall so easy?"
I know I will. Or die trying at least.
I've dreamed that I will, and I've always trusted my dreams.
He laughs and says, "Dreams are one thing, but what you can do in life is another. And you speak of death. Yes, I believe 3 or maybe even 4 fell from the wall on the day I first crossed." And when he says that, he pulls out he shows you a set of climbing gear. He kind of like dangles it out in front of you, and he said, "If not for this, I may have been one of them. It's my climbing gear. Was thinking about giving it to one of you 3."
Oh, you should give it to me, of course.
You? Why should he give it to a brute like you? You got more muscle than brain.
What does the climbing gear look like?
I mean,
punch Raph.
it's like, got something to where you can put around your feet, spike into the wall with your feet, a little harness that's hooked to your hands, something to, just stabilize you better as you're climbing, holds you connected to your 4 points better.
Okay, I see. And does the climbing gear actually the parts that kind of hook into a wall, they're basically like just sharp points, correct?
I mean, yeah,
Okay,
like
cool.
they'd be very useful for ice climbing.
Excellent. Okay, cool. Ugo is not going to say anything. He's just going to look at the two of them.
Corgan is gonna punch Raph for his comment, for his nasty comment.
And Raph's gonna jump on Corgan ready for a fight.
And he says, "You two can fight after you come back." Seems you all, and Uger, you are interested as well, correct?
Yes, but I'm also paying close attention to the climbing gear itself. Just in case I don't get it, I'm just trying to understand how it it's
cool. So you all 3 want it. Go ahead, and we're gonna do a disposition then. Basically, on your sheets, you're gonna roll status reputation as initiative.
I am but a lowborn. I got a status point.
Go ahead, put your numbers in. All right. So, he is gonna kind of sit back and take in what you guys are gonna say, and so Corgan. So now what you're gonna do? You know how dispositions work, or I guess Zypher may not. So I'll kind of explain it. Basically, what you're trying to do is this is basically a fight, but with words. So you're going to use things like persuasion, perhaps deception, of those two, and then like you can, if you have specialty die and like say a persuasion charm, you could do persuasion charm, persuasion bargain, stuff like that. But basically, you'll roll a persuasion against what will be his intrigue defense, and then
Okay. And if you have a persuasion and charm, you basically click on both of them.
no. So basically, if you have a charm, let's say, if you had something in charm, it would be 3 for persuasion and then 1 charm. So you'd be rolling 4d6, keep 3.
I see.
Same for like fighting long blades. It's like you'd be rolling 5d6, keep 3 or something.
Now, can I try to steal it from him?
You could try to steal it from the leader of your tribe in the middle of a
While he's
mess
holding
hall.
it in front of you.
But yeah, sure, you can try.
Everything, all my other skills are pretty crap. So. You know what? I might as well try. So while he's talking to Corgan, Wrath is going to try to sneak behind him and take the climbing gear out of his hands and run away with it.
So you're gonna try to take the gear out of his hands and run off with it. That's what you're gonna try to do. You can do that if you want. Okay, just a second. Definitely wasn't prepared for this.
You never are. Especially with me.
So I guess I thought there was a steal. Actually, a steal. Yeah, there's actually a thievery.
Yeah, I rolled stealth just to make sure they wouldn't see me do it, and then I'm going to roll thievery. But I was waiting for you to respond, so now I'm going to roll thievery.
Okay, so so I guess I'll say this. So I guess this is probably because that's not. Well, I guess we might have to. So you definitely sneak your. So yeah, you sneak by. Nobody sees you grab it. You get to the edge of the door, and somebody sees you take it, or like sees it hanging out of your jacket, and the person like points it out. Hey, he just stole guard's equipment. He got it.
I'm gonna try to run away. I'm gonna try to run.
Yeah, no, like as you start to run, and guard just has like a big grin on his face, but the one guy grabs you, and another guy that you just get flogged. Like a bunch of dudes just pile on you. Like
Okay.
you can't get past the door. You take a beating. Nobody's able to get the gear away from you, so you make it out with it, but you do take an injury. You get the shit kicked
Okay.
out of you.
Yeah, Krogan is just gonna chase after this dude.
I'm right out the door, bud.
I'm chasing you out the door.
As Uga sees both Rath and Kurgan leave the room hastily, he's going to turn to Gar and say, "What is the task that lies before us tomorrow?"
It's just task is always the same. Over the wall and bring something back from the other side, and it better be pretty. And he just smiles.
Pretty, I see.
Or useful. I don't know. Maybe a head, whatever you can get. But you know how we like our women. Usually they don't decide or survive the childbirth, but they're fun to get. They're nice and pretty.
Especially the redheads. They have fire in their blood.
So Ugar bows to Gar and says, "So it shall be. So it shall be." Um, it looks like Rath seems to have taken it from you. Uh, no, no, no problem there. I think I'll try and make one for myself. From what I see, I should be able to make one.
I don't want to overstep anything, but uh, you're pretty formal for a wildling, man.
Okay. And
I'm just finding it funny. That's all.
okay. Yeah. I mean, he was brought into the tribe, like I said, so he's gonna, I guess, speak the way he's gonna speak. So yeah. I'm gonna try and see if I can make one for myself with uh, whatever the whatever equipment I can get my hands on within the camp.
All right. So just 1 second. Yeah, he tells you. I guess as you guys leave, he says, "Tonight would be a good night to rest. Wouldn't worry about trying to figure out how to put some gear together or whatever your plan is. I don't know about you." And he, points it. You're still there, right, Krogan?
No, I've run.
Oh, you did. Okay,
I'm
yeah.
out of the building.
So yeah, he says that to you, and so you guys are gone. And you two, I guess, you've caught up to him at the edge of the village. He stopped, didn't think anybody was still chasing
Oh
him.
no! I'm running all the
Straight
way.
to the wall.
Fuck yeah, man! This is my chance. I ain't gonna blow it.
All right.
I'm not. I feel like once it gets a good distance away from the village, I stop running.
I mean, I'm not gonna run all the way to the wall and kill
I'll
myself.
wait, see if he comes back. But if I see no sight of him, I'm gonna just go back into the village and.
Wrath has no attachments to the village, so you won't be seeing him soon.
All right. So you guys, I guess the night goes, day comes. Two of you well rested, ready for this adventure. One of you wounded and probably kind of tired. You guys all set off, one just in front of the other, as you travel towards the wall. "700 feet high, 100 leagues long. The wall has been the bane of the free folk in their attempt to migrate south. The crows that guarded it were nothing, but the wall itself was massive and kept all but the strongest and most agile from the southern lands for the most part. Free folk took boats from Hardhome and other areas, but those in the inland, there was only one way. A man must go up and over. Here you stood in the tree line that the crows tried to keep cut back, looking up at something you could barely see the top of, preparing to climb it with little more than simply climbing gear. How was manhood to be proven? Or this is how manhood was to be proven. So, I guess Krogan, or Gar Wrath reaches the wall first by far, and we're gonna do some climbing. So it's a athletics climb.
What do I get for having the gear?
+1.
Guess what?
+1 die.
Okay. So I'll just add a number to the bonus die then.
No, I think it might just be a static +1.
Okay.
Does he also have a -1 from injuries?
Yeah, so it would just wash.
So it's 18.
Yeah, but remember you gotta that +1 doesn't count anymore because of
I know, so it's +1 -1, so it cancels itself out.
I think it's a die, not a static.
It's a +1 die and
Yeah,
a -1 die.
Yeah, so yeah, either way, it's just I assume you have 4 and 2 in climb.
Yeah, so I have 4 athletic and 2 climb.
Yep, so that's right. So you pass?
Yeah.
All right. You will go ahead and make one more.
Oh god, no. Incremental.
Okay.
Still pass.
Yep. You continue to climb.
Alright, here we go.
The other two, you have now reached the wall. You have like a moment as you're running. You see Wrath climbing the wall, so you can talk freely as you run towards it.
Kiss my ass!
Shall we do anything about this idiot?
Oh,
I can start
so
finding some errors up there.
Ugo says,
Maybe he'll fall off and get his
Come on,
head
man.
crushed.
I want to gear fair and square.
Ugo says, let him be. Let him climb that wall. Um, we can just do it by ourselves. Um, can Ugo try? Do we have rope with us? How does like equipment work?
You have like your axe or your bow and your axes, like pretty much the weapons you would take, and like what little food a wildling couldn't hunt for is all you would have brought for this mission. Maybe some rope, I guess. Like I could say perhaps you'd have rope.
Okay. I turn to Corgan and say, Corgan, what weapons do you have with you?
I like he pulls out his two battle axes. At least I think that's what he has.
Ah, okay. Um, so Ugo's going to try and use his battle. He has also
Yeah,
a great
he
axe.
has a battle axe and a hand axe.
Ah, perfect. So try and use the um, uh, uh, like the great axe to try and see if I can like hit the wall and then kind of pull myself up. See if that's possible.
Yeah, that wouldn't last long term.
I see.
Like really, the only like you have like two pickaxes, like
So
small things in your hands, and that's pretty much, and some things on your feet, and that's really all you have to climb with.
okay, so I do have something to climb with.
Yeah, so that was the point. He pulled out some like fancy gear.
Okay.
Everybody has their own like makeshift climbing gear, but he had some really nice stuff.
I see. Okay, so then I'm just going to roll, I guess, uh, athletics.
Yeah, it would be athletics, Clive,
I have
or just athletics.
I don't have climb, so athletics, I guess.
Okay. Both of those pass. And Wrath, now go ahead and make another. Okay. You pass, but you slow way down. The wind it's getting harsh now.
I'm tired from all that running.
Yeah, you're tired, you're injured, and yeah. So the other two, go ahead and make another roll.
Okay.
All right, both of you pass. You're catching up to him slowly. Go ahead and make another roll, Wrath. So once more, as you climb, like you feel it getting more and more difficult, and you slow down, but you're able to continue. Corgan and
It's just more 12s.
okay.
The final push.
I've rolled the same thing, like literally 5, 2, 1, 4.
And I will.
All right. So you are 2 rounds ahead of them.
Yeah.
You two go ahead and make another roll.
Jesus Christ.
Watch
So,
out, boy. It gets slippery.
Corgan almost falls. He barely is able to catch himself. He feels like one more moment of not realizing that ice was shifting and he'd have been a dead man. And you guys can make your last one. Okay. So you all make it to the top.
Am I already far ahead of them though?
Yeah, just a moment. After a long, dangerous climb, you reach the top of the wall. The wind whips from the east and kicks up snow and flings it everywhere, making it very difficult to see. The force of the gusts of wind almost push you off of your feet as you fight to stay steady this high off the ground. Before you realize it, you hear voices of a patrol coming your way. What are you doing? You are...
Me?
Yep, I'll show you where you are.
Okay. Which direction do I hear the voices from?
Sorry, what?
What direction do I hear the voices from?
The left. You actually see them. Just a moment.
Can I sneak
Yeah.
to this pillar?
Yep.
Behind it?
Roll sneak.
Okay. Stealth.
Yeah, stealth. Okay.
So is Raph like me unseen by these crows?
Yeah, as far as he knows, yeah. Doesn't seem... They don't seem to have...
I ready my single battle axe just in case.
This one standing here hasn't noticed you. This one is now walking this way. And he just walks right by you.
I probably would have let him walk by. No point in getting ambushed.
Yep. And this one comes to here, and he just... These two start talking there, and this one is coming over.
The two other guys?
The other wildlings?
Yeah.
No, they're climbing the wall still, as far as you know.
Okay, so
you'd have to go back to the edge of the wall and look down.
Now, could I possibly sneak behind this guy and kill him silently?
You could try to sneak up to him and attack him. The distances are not right in this. This is not how it's supposed to be set up. It's supposed to be... I'm not going to change it all now. Okay. So the rules for movement are not like what I'm using right this second. Okay. Just to be clear.
Whenever you roll sneak then?
I believe you can look at you can see what your speed is, and you can move that many squares. So let me look at Wrath. I think it is your. No, it's based on your. I think you can move 2 squares. I'm not 100% sure. But, I'll just you're within range to attempt to sneak up to that guy. But roll another stealth.
Oh.
Make sure you take 1 away from that. No, it's not a -1. You lose a die.
Okay, let me re-roll that.
It's an injury.
I'll re-roll it now. Bam.
That's status. Okay, it's not a -1.
What is it then?
It's you lose it because you have an injury, not a wound.
Yeah.
You lose a die.
So if I have a 4 in stealth, I'd roll a 3 instead.
Exactly.
Okay, let me do that.
In the wounds, just put the wounds at 1.
Yeah, and your wounds should be at 1, correct? Yes, or you shouldn't have any. Yeah.
Okay, so I got an 11.
All right, so let me make sure that you succeed before I say you did.
Okay.
Yep, you sneak up to him. So go ahead and I don't know how sneak attacks work.
I have no idea either. Is it insta kill or what?
Probably not insta kill, but maybe if they have low enough health.
Is there a sneak or stealth attack in this game? Like a mechanic for that?
See, that's what I'm looking to make sure that there's nothing special that happens.
Okay.
Yeah, that you just get up to him freely without nobody knowing what's happening, and you can go ahead and make a free. You have like a free action on him. So here's where you have like a greater action, or you can use 2 lesser actions. So you can do something like a disarm with a greater action, some kind of special attack like that, or you can do like an aim and then attack with 2 lesser actions.
Now aim adds what?
A die. But I think part of this was you moved, so that's 1 lesser action. You moved up to him, so so you can just attack him, but you can,
him then.
Yeah.
And I'll take off the 1 die for being injured.
Yep. On your sheet here, you see that the bubbles that say wounds?
Yeah.
That should be 0.
It should be 0?
Yeah. The injuries is 1. The wounds is 0.
Okay.
But
I rolled a 17.
Yeah. You rolled an 18, actually.
Oh yeah, because of the wounds.
Because you have 4 fighting, right?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. So now looking at his character, he has a combat defense of 8, and you rolled a 17. So that's 3 degrees of success. So what's the damage on your weapon?
5.
So you do 15 points of damage. His soak is 5, so 10 damage. He takes a wound. Actually, he takes a wound, and he looks pretty bad.
Do the other two crows hear this?
And I mean, at that point, they hear it. They're not quite to the top of the wall, and these two crows have now heard it as well.
Okay.
And roll initiative.
Which is?
And that is your agility quickness. So just agility then, if
Man, if Wrath kills all three of these guys while you're still climbing the wall, you're gonna look like a bunch of pansies.
Jeez, these guys have one agility. You better get to kill these guys before we get up, because if we don't...
Wait, that shouldn't have been rolling just one. Those should have been. Those should have been two. Those should have been 2 and 3. That's really weird because that's really weird.
Gotta show you roll. I mean, you can roll a 2 and a 1 or a 1 and a 1 twice and get really unlucky.
Yeah, but it would show all the die being rolled. It's only showing one die. It's only showing 1d6 being rolled.
Oh, okay. Like you have like the actual dice on your screen.
Yeah, if you hover over the 3, like on the right side of the screen, if you hover over it, you see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, +0.
It'll show you what they are.
Okay. So then roll another 1d6 for both of them.
No, I re-rolled it. The third one was correct.
Man, these guys are slow as fuck.
All right, Wrath's turn.
Now, what kind of greater attacks can I do?
So there's kind of a list of them, but some of them are like trip, a tripping attack, a charge, disarming attack.
Give me a sec.
You can reckless attack, which means you get to add an extra damage, or I can't remember. You'd have to look. I can tell you the page.
Is it 170? Okay. Found it.
These books are so bad to find things and so much information.
Okay, so you know what? I could have rolled instead of normal attack a knockout because
you he didn't know you were there. Yep, you're right.
Yeah, I could have done shit. All right. So I'm going to. Now, can I do 2 lesser attacks or no? 2 different times lesser attacks?
You can never do the same action twice in a turn. So, no. You can aim and attack.
Okay, I'm going to aim attack on him. Same crow.
So you're going to have to probably... Oh.
Yeah, I added the bonus die.
Well, but you
from the aim.
All right, either way. There's nothing he can do, and that actually would... No, he can take a... No, it's going to do too much damage. So he dies.
Oh, one for rats. And so from now on, I can only move 2 squares, right?
Yes.
Okay. Man, where are you other guys?
It's
Rats
actually
is
maybe
just-
3 because of the armor you have. I think it's 3.
Yeah, it's hide.
It is now this guy's turn.
Come on, where's Tinkerbell and Fufu Pants? Still climbing the wall, suckers?
So 12. And to figure out what your combat defense is 9.
Yeah.
So that means I got 1 degree of success with a medium crossbow, so 4 damage, and your soak is
Now, how do you calculate soak?
is that 5?
How do you calculate soak?
It's the armor it is. So hide
Yeah,
armor
I didn't make this
is
character, so
it's 5. I think it's at the bottom. It says 5 for hide armor, if that's
is
correct.
that right?
That doesn't sound right. That sounds
That
too
sounds a little
good.
high.
That sounds too good. No, it totally says 5.
Damn. Okay.
Wow. Okay. So no damage. And he's gonna move back. It's this guy's turn. He moves forward. And as the other 2 come up from the bottom of the wall, a second. So you 2 are up.
Okay. Do we roll initiative? Or?
Yeah.
About time you showed up.
Which I'm assuming is status.
No, it's status is for intrigue. This is going to be agility, quickness.
Okay. Okay. I see.
You're up, Uger. Better not fail.
6. Wait, so what?
What's
Oh.
wrong?
So does the 6 agility count or the 19 agility quickness count?
Oh, why'd you? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's the agility, quickness.
I see.
You're right.
Okay.
I didn't even see. I don't know who'd I give the 19 to.
Crazy.
Ooh, that's not right.
Slow ass
Go
crazy.
10. Okay. I thought I pulled both of these guys on, but I guess I only pulled one. But it's your turn. You can go ahead. There's going to be one more guy, but he's back here.
Okay. So I see like a battle has erupted. And this person here is holding some sort of like a long range weapon. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna.
Wait, is there one more crow than before now?
There's two more.
Okay. So I'm gonna attack this person right here.
So as I said to him before, if you're not moving, if you're moving, that's a lesser action to move.
Okay.
So that's all you can do. If you want, you can aim.
Yes.
And then shoot,
Yes.
which means you just add an extra die. So I recommend like rolling it with your hands.
Oh, I
or
see.
like
Okay.
typing it in.
So weapon has test and damage. So what is?
Yep. So let me look at Erger's sheet. Okay, so perfect. So you see agility.
4.
And then quickness. So you get one extra bonus die on your. I believe it's bonus die. It's an extra test die. So yes. So you'll be rolling 76 keep 4, or is it keep 5? I believe it's keep 5. It might be a main die. What page is combat? Oh, there it is. Sorry. Taking me a minute. I literally can't find aim in the book. I can find all these other attacks and everything.
Aim should be the first one. Yeah, it should be the first one under advanced actions.
On which page?
174. I'm using Adobe Reader.
Yeah, see, I'm.
The PDF.
Hopefully it's the same. I think it is. Yep. See, I was higher up. It's talking about other ones. Yeah. So it's a bonus die. Yeah. So yeah, it's 4. You're gonna roll 7d6. Keep 4.
Keep the highest 4. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. So that's 19.
Okay. So that's gonna be, I'm sure, 3 degrees, maybe 4. That is. Nah, that's just 3. So what's the damage on your weapon?
It says 5.
So yeah. So 15 damage.
Okay.
And he takes 2 wounds.
Okay.
And it is now Wrath's turn. Wrath,
Yep.
your turn.
So Wrath is it's 3 moves I can make, 3 squares.
Yeah.
So Wrath's going to run 2, then dive behind the pillar so he stops getting shot at.
Okay.
Boom.
Perfect.
I'll shoot a name at this guy.
Okay.
It's still fighting for. No, it's Marcus just boys.
Yep, marksmanship.
And I get +1d. There you go.
Let's keep. You can always just put the K4 afterward, and it'll do it automatically. Oh, I was looking at Zypher still. Whoops. Same number though. Just after. So they're the same guy, right? Yeah, he dies. There's no way he can negate that much damage. As your arrow just pierces his eyeball, dead.
Sweet. At least one of you is useful.
So this guy, he's gonna return fire at the other bow guy. The first one that, actually, the one that killed his buddy. So Corgo. So 15. Corgan's combat defense. It's probably gonna end up doing 0 damage.
To 7.
Hey, 2 degrees, so 8 damage. What's your...
I take 3.
Yep, so you take 3 points of damage. Or wound or whatever if you wanted, but there's no need at this point. It is this guy's turn. He's actually just gonna come to here and, he's not quite sure what Wrath dove behind, but he's holding his sword out. Oh wait, I moved him. Whoops. He's supposed to be right. Where was he? Right here. Yeah, he stands right here. He doesn't move. He's holding the position. This guy. Comes to here, and he's gonna stand. They haven't quite figured out that the 2 melees have been watching Wrath. They haven't quite figured out where the real danger is coming from.
Of course they're watching me. I'm so beautiful.
And we're back up.
Okay. I'm now going to target the other crossbow person.
Perfect.
With aim.
All right, that's gonna be 2 degrees. Yeah. So
And
your damage is 4 or
5.
3, 5.
5, yes.
What kind of bow do you have?
It says hunting bow with marksmanship, and the damage is set to 5.
Oh yeah, got you. So you do, or he does, yeah, 2 degrees. So he takes 1 wound. And it is Wrath's turn.
Okay, Wrath is going to do nothing. He's gonna stay there until the melees come to him.
Okay.
I will shoot the crossbow guy again.
Okay, go ahead.
And the bow has piercing 1, so it ignores 1 point of armor.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Because I got the destiny and the quality deadly shot.
So that he can't survive that shot, or he can't survive that. And that guy goes down. The 2 guys still alive.
They're coming for me.
That's their turn. It's Zypher.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah. The same thing again. I'm just going to pull out one more bow, and the current style seems to be working, so he's not going to change that. 18.
That, yeah. On the front guy, right?
Yes, on the front guy.
So that's 3 degrees of success. So he takes a wound. Takes 2 wounds. All right, it's Wrath's turn.
Wrath is going to engage the nearest crow.
Okay.
And attack.
Do it to it.
Minus 1 bonus die for being injured.
Yeah, you kill him.
course I did.
You bring that axe down right in between his eyes. Dead. And then the next archer. Major. Corgan.
I rolled.
Oh. Yep. So that is... Pretty sure that's 4 degrees. His combat defense is 8, so that's 8, 9.
It keeps not. Goddamn it. It's not giving me the extra dice or whatever.
What's wrong?
Oh, the extra dice for aiming, but
It didn't.
I put it in the wrong one.
What should it have been? 7d6.
Yeah, it should have been 7d6.
Roll another just roll another d6. Because it can matter. Yeah. So now it's 4 degrees of success. So he actually cannot survive it, and you kill him with 1 arrow. It's 5 damage, correct?
A hunting bow? No, that's 3.
But I think you can. Somebody has some stuff that.
But then I have piercing, which ignores 1 point of armor, but that's it. At least it says here it's 3 damage.
Right. Okay. So he can't. See, I thought that was too much for that hunting bow. I needed to. No, because yeah, I thought so. I should have looked. So he can't survive that. He takes 2 wounds. All right. So now he moves forward. Too bad he can't aim. And he's gonna go down swinging. So that's a 16. So 2 degrees.
So you didn't kill him?
He did. Actually, he just did. He just did 8 damage to Wrath. So 8 minus 5, 3.
Yep.
And
so 3 wounds?
That's his turn. No, just damage. Not
Okay.
wounds, damage. So you should be at like... You started with... 12 health. You have now taken 6 damage. But at the end of every combat, your health does regenerate, so keep that in mind. Oops.
Really?
Yep.
That seems weird.
As long as you don't take wounds or injuries. If you take wounds or injuries, then those stay, and those are hard to get rid of. But quote-unquote HP regenerates. HP is no big deal. If it goes to 0, you go unconscious. You can go unconscious and never take a wound and be okay. The problem is when you take a bunch of injuries and wounds. But, yep, there's one crow left, and it is Burger's turn. Damn it.
Okay. Same thing. I'm going to aim at the person. Can I? Are there any rules to get this line or?
No, I'll let you. That's fine.
Okay. With an aim, 21.
Yeah, he's dead.
Also. And Uga's going to turn to. What are the names?
Corgan.
Corgan, and say,
Krogan.
not bad for people who are slow, I guess.
So amongst the dead crows, you two also see Wrath.
It's about time you louts got here. Thought I was going to have to kill them all myself.
You're lucky we arrived in time. Probably got it filled with bolts.
So you
How
all,
the hell do we get on the other side of this thing?
yeah. So you all know the best way down is to scale the other side.
Shit. Can I Can I get the cloaks off of the crows and put them on? Or a cloak.
You could, yeah. A wildling probably wouldn't, but you could.
Yeah, that'd be.
That would be
Well,
like a big no-no.
It's a disguise.
I don't think he would
Yeah.
do that. That's a big deal.
Can I search the bodies to see if any of them have climbing gear, or is there any climbing gear
Nah,
stashed?
you guys
They use
know
the
that they
elevator.
would use an elevator. There is an elevator you could use, but you guys are just trying to go up this side, get over and down. I mean, your feet from the other side, and you also know the other side is much easier to climb than this side.
Okay.
If you did one, you can easily do the other, especially going down. Down's always easier than up.
Rath's gonna start heading off to the other side of the wall.
Well, I'm gonna grab one of the cloaks anyways, and I won't wear it now, but I like stuff it in a bag or whatever. Keep it with me for now, just in case.
After succeeding in climbing the wall, the free folk make their way down the other side. Carefully, they navigate the south of the wall, but after a couple hours, they find themselves on solid ground. They had done it, but now was the true test to steal something of a kneeler and bring it back. First, they had to find someone to steal it from. And those tokens are there from probably a different time. So you guys are, you've landed on the other side of the wall now.
Is there a visible village anywhere?
Yeah, just a second. So, on the horizon, you see just barely through the night a small village. It wasn't far from the wall, so likely it was very unwell protected. But it was a chance you would take to see. What?
Now, where are we? Are we like near Brandon's Grift, or not that far down?
Yeah, you're just on the other side of the wall that you've climbed. It's very close.
Okay.
So Yeah, I misspoke. It's close to the wall, so obviously it's probably a little more protected. People are probably a little tougher here, but it was the chance you were going to have to take to get done what you need to get done. And yeah, so you see a small village. What are you guys doing?
I just start marching straight towards it.
I'll go towards it, but try to find a way to get in unseen.
Okay, go ahead and roll stealth. Urger, how are you approaching?
I'm going to follow Corgan.
So stealthing.
Yes, I'll be stealthing behind Corgan.
Cool. All right, and Wrath, you're just like walking balls to the wall right up the middle.
No. I'm trying to like find an alleyway or maybe some hill or something, trying to get in and trying to find their stores and get out without too much of a fight.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, you just walk up to the edge of the village and you're looking around and you see, you see a couple things. You see, like some children playing off in the grass. It's just like night is just coming. It's still like the sun's giving just slightly that little amount of light, and kids are getting called in for dinner, but nobody's gone, or called in for bed, but kids are still playing. And then you see places that are clearly like have canned meat and stuff like that.
Do I
Other
see
than
any
that,
guards?
no, you don't see any like station guards.
Okay.
And Corgan and Urger, how you moving? You're stealthing and nobody seems to notice. You're like right on the edge of the village. You're you see basically the same things that Urger or that Wrath has seen. You're just closer as
So what
you're
is it
sneaking through the
specifically
grass.
we need?
You're trying to bring back something of the kneelers. If that means that perhaps that's a head, perhaps that's a person, perhaps something expensive, whatever you can bring.
Okay, I'm just gonna try and
Now, by
through the
kneelers,
window
do you
or
mean people who
whatever.
worship the faith of the seven, or?
Yeah, kneelers like anybody south of the wall, basically.
Okay.
Whatever house is nearest to me building, like peeking through a window and if there's no
Now,
one there, I'll throw myself
now,
into it.
are the children protected at all?
Hold on. What were you saying, Corgan?
If there's like a house, whatever, building, whatever near me, whatever's closest, I'll like peek through a window and then shove myself through it.
All right, and then what are you asking, Wrath?
Are there any children that are alone?
That are alone?
Yeah.
I mean, all the children are with each other. There's like if the children are gone, they've gone home, and that's like the opposite direction of you. The ones that are semi near where you are, they are still just playing.
How old are they?
Children, like
So
between 5 and 10.
I try to find the healthiest child and do a snatch and grab and snatch and dash.
Perfect. Roll in athletics. And you can do like athletics, run if you have it.
I don't have that.
Nope, that's fine. So you take off, and at the same moment, Corrigan has hopped through a window, and Urger standing there. What is he doing?
I'm just watching these guys do what they're doing, not taking any moves.
Okay. So One hops through the window, one grabs a child, and you're standing there. Wrath makes it off with his like 5-6-year-old strong, healthy little boy.
I'm gonna knock him out.
Yeah,
Well,
he's so scared. He's not even. He's like so stunned. He started to scream and saw what was happening, and like he's so terrified he doesn't know what to do.
but I want to make sure he doesn't make noise.
Well, all the other kids are though. Like all
Okay.
the other kids are screaming
My
and
plan is
hollering.
to just bring him, get to the wall as fast as I can, and bring him back to the village.
As Corgan has started climbing or jumping through the window, he hits the deck and sees like a very old woman in a rocking chair at like in front of a fire.
I bring my battle axe down on her.
Yeah. Okay. And so you murder the old lady. And I mean, in her house you see stuff. I mean, you see fine blankets, stuff that are made to survive the cold weather because they consider themselves Northerners, but you're the true Northerners. But they have a lot of pretty fine furs in the house. Maybe the husband of this old woman was a tanner of some sort or something like that.
Okay, so is there any shiny stuff?
Yeah, you see it like a couple things like candlesticks that are clearly like maybe silver or something like that.
So I'll like get some sort of bag and shove anything shiny into that bag, whatever.
Yeah, you get some stuff for sure.
And then hop back out. And then, is there a neighbor?
I mean, probably.
I will now
People
go
are
to the
starting to
neighbor.
like grab like you guys are noticing as Urger is standing there.
I'm already out of there.
That's fine. As Urger is standing there, watching Corrigan, he's noticing like men are starting to get like run into houses and get weapons. Like, that it's going to be time to fight a bunch of people soon, or get out with what you got soon. But you can check a second house. That's fine.
I'm going to go check the second house.
Perfect. Yeah. So you go to a second house and you look inside.
Yeah, I'm looking inside. And
All right.
I hop inside.
So as he runs to the next house, Corrigan, what's you doing?
I believe Corgan is the one running to the next house.
Or sorry, Urger.
I'm still just standing there and watching the whole thing.
All right. So you bust through the second house. Nobody's there. But you see, I mean, the same stuff. Shiny. Some of it looks nice. These people don't look rich by any means. So Corrigan?
I think he dropped off.
Weird.
No, I think he's not dropped off. Sorry, I think he's got disconnected or something. Because he seemed logged in, but we can't hear you, Corgan.
You're quiet or mute, bro.
Ugo is just standing there waiting for Corgan to emerge. Is Are there any villagers getting close to their position?
Are there any what?
Are there any villagers getting close to their position? Corgan and
No, they're massing. They're not gonna come one at a time. They're like mobbing up.
Cool. Ugo is just standing there waiting for Corgan.
Well, did I find anything then inside the house?
Yeah, the same stuff. some nice furs and.
Anyone to kill? No.
Nope, nobody was in there.
Damn it. I guess I'll hop back out then. How many people are gathering?
By your counts, somewhere in the maybe high 20s, low 30s. Some small children.
Get a kid.
Do they look? Are there armed guys? Guards?
Yeah, I mean they have weapons, but they look makeshift. Some of them are, pitchforks. Some of them have long swords and stuff, but maybe like ex-military. But for the most part, and this is the kneelers are known to be fairly strong here. Not as strong as you guys, but.
I'm just looking to Uger and it's like, are you gonna do anything standing there?
Corgan, if you have enough, and I think you have enough, we should head back now.
You need to get your own thing.
I'm not
Have
interested.
you got anything?
Yeah, sure you want to go back to Gar without any gifts?
Let me deal with Gar.
What's the whole point of coming here if you're not gonna get a prize?
Let's head back. I'll deal with Gar when I get back.
I'm just running, but yeah, with my bag full to the brim of shinies. I'll try to make my escape then.
Okay, so are we heading back?
Yep. So you guys are on your way back. You make it up and over the wall fine. You've done everything. You think that he asked. You went over. You killed crows. You've gained great glory among wildlings. As you guys enter, immediately, like Wrath upon entering catches a club upside the head. As he walked in first, chest puffed out, and as he caught it upside the head, he hits the ground, and Urger and Corrigan just see his skull splattered
God damn it.
on the floor as Gar just says, pushing his hair back, covered in blood, it was ballsy to steal from me, but it was dumb to come back.
Great job, Chieftain. Probably would have done it myself eventually.
What about the kid I brought? Is he dead too?
No, the kid you brought is like just standing there, like stunned, doesn't know what to do. He's just like he starts to like run out the door as he's running past the two of you. And
past Krogan and Uger.
Yeah, he starts to like run past you two.
I'm like gonna kick him down.
Okay.
Yeah, just roll in athletics.
Wait, you're gonna kick the kid?
Yeah, kick
What
the
the fuck,
kid
man?
on the ground.
Yeah, you kick the kid on the ground,
dude.
and he stands up and then just like starts trying to punch you.
Dude.
And Gar's like, looks like he did bring back quite the warrior though.
I guess he will do well enough.
And he says, "What of you?" And he looks at Corrigan.
I like just dump the bag with all my shinies as it falls to the ground in front of Gar. It's now just a pile of silvers and golds.
And he says, "Not sure." And that's all you got was like silver and gold and trinkets.
Yeah, shiny things.
Yeah, and he says, not really sure what we're really gonna be able to do with these.
You asked for something pretty. I
And he
brought you
laughs.
something pretty.
He laughs and he says, I guess, and as long as you took it from kneelers who had worth of it, then it was worth stealing. And he looks at the other one and says, and you?
Ugo just looks at him and he says, three of us left, three of us are back. Well, he seems to have knocked one of us down, but that's all I have for you.
So you mean you didn't get anything?
I brought back the people I left with. That's all. That's all you're gonna get.
He just shakes his head and he says, well, the least you can do is take my climbing gear off that one there and bring it over. And he goes
Damn
and
it, so he's
he
cool
goes
with
and
him bringing nothing?
what?
He's cool with him bringing nothing, but he'll just kill me out of spite.
As long as you kill grounders, and technically you didn't bring anything back because you died, and he brought all of you back.
I brought a kid back.
He died,
but
so it doesn't count.
But you died. No, so he was always killing you if you returned, right? But you don't necessarily like die if you don't bring something super cool back. It's more of like a rite of passage, getting up and over and coming back. If you fail, here. I mean, you can pretty much end the recording, Cypher. That's pretty much it.
Okay, cool.